Hey guys, good morning. Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have the amazing Emily from Signpost Destinations. Emily, how are you doing this morning?
I am doing very well. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I am thrilled because I can't think of a better person to have so many amazing things happening to. You were so fun in our mastermind. You're a recent graduate just
I
this past
am.
week. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you. It's been such a roller coaster of emotions, and I gained so many friends and new relationships through it, and it was a little sad. A few tears flowed this week leaving COV, but it's not forever. It was just to see you soon, not a goodbye. So.
I love that. Well, and you were such an anchor in the group, I have to say. So thank you for your high participation always gets you the best result. I always say that. But talk to everybody a little bit about where you are, where you were before starting Careers on Vacation and where you are now.
So I am a brand new agent, brand new. And I have actually been thinking about this and thinking about being a travel agent for almost 2 years. And I actually was working with a travel agent. We planned a really large trip to Disney back in February. And it was over a year that her and I were kind of working together, building that trip. And throughout the process, I was thinking, man, I really should do this. I love this so much. There's no reason, like, why can't I do this? And my daughter actually is about to start school. And I had always known that when she started school, I really wanted to find something to do, go back to work. And so it's kind of been this 2-year process of getting from here to there. So the beginning of the year, I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to dive in. I spoke with my friend, and her company initially was like, well, we don't really share, we don't like that very much because, like there's too much competition. And I just didn't want to accept that. I thought that was kind of ridiculous. And then one day, Cyndi Williams' video just kind of popped up on my YouTube, and then I was hooked from there. And I just really started being challenged with starting my own company. So that was the beginning of the year. So
I love that. And guess what? Like I always tell everybody, I do a lot of public speaking and stuff in the industry. And I always say, guys, there's enough abundance for all of us. It's an $8 trillion
Right.
industry. Like we can all be successful. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad you found us. And from not having a business, just having that dream, now you're at graduation, you have your own company, your own agency, you're launched. What do you think has been your biggest win or celebration since beginning the program?
How do I pick just one?
You can give a couple. I mean, you have had a ton of successes, so kudos to you.
Okay, so I would say the biggest thing, the most impactful, honestly, was deciding to take that chance and to jump in. Because, okay, so here's the thing. Stay-at-home mom, there's a lot of people out there like me. I'm sure I represent a couple of people out there. And my whole life for the last several years has been about giving and taking care of other people and doing that, where I honestly was struggling with, like, do I buy myself a new pair of jeans? Like, like just really simple things. So when I was kind of presented with this opportunity, it became about accepting that I could do it and finding the courage and self-confidence in myself to be able to take this chance. Could I be a successful business owner? And could I do it? Am I capable of doing this? Am I worthy of doing this? So really kind of getting over that hurdle, I would say, was the biggest thing. After that, it just kind of all fell into place. So
I love that. And that is true because like as women, we go through so many roles, like we're daughters, we're sisters, we're college students, we're wives, we're moms. And like, where do you, like, sometimes you feel like you lose yourself in that process sometimes when you're going, and it happens fast, right? Like these roles, and you kind of get into that pattern of, is this it? Like, is it, or do I get to do something for me? Do I get to, and I get that because when you've been, and like, look, you don't get that time back with your daughter, right? Like, so cherish that you've had that blessing. But on the flip side is, you can't give from an empty vessel. So when you take care of yourself, you can give to your family at a higher level. You feel better. When mama's happy, everybody is happy.
Right.
So I've seen you just blossom, and you made a beautiful video to everyone in the mastermind when you were leaving. You're like, let me give you some advice. And it was such a variation from when you started in the program and you were like nervous and do I do this and do I start, all the way to let me tell you what you need to do here. I know exactly what to do. So just your level of like confidence through that process, I think has been amazing, which, you know, we have mindset work in the program. How did that impact either your life or business as you went through starting your entire new business from home?
Right. So, oh man, it has been a journey, let me tell you. I mean, I've learned that success lies really, it's all in your mindset and success, because really one of the affirmations, we learn all about affirmations. So what you think about, you bring about. And like, that is so, it's so huge. It's just a lot. So this is what I've discovered. Before the pandemic, I really found myself being challenged with trying to figure out what my passion is and what my purpose is in life. And kind of, again, back to like that biggest win of like, what am I doing? And like, what can I give more? And, you know, actually finding something for myself to, you know, have value and provide value. So it was really interesting how the mindset work of COV kind of fell into place with things that I was being challenged with just in my life while I was going through this. You know, I was just really on a mission to discover what that was. And, you know, I've been through some things and had some really big struggles, and I've been dealing with how can I use those things to encourage others and inspire others. And kind of like we were just talking, time is so important and it's so fleeting. I mean, if you miss you never want to miss an opportunity to really enjoy the people in your life. So once I kind of like that light bulb kind of clicked on in my head, I realized that by starting my own business and having a travel agency would allow me to it was kind of that that path to fulfilling my purpose of helping people enjoy the people in their life and to use the most of their time. So that's kind of become the platform of my travel agency. So I'm so thankful for the mindset in the program that was able to push me out of my comfort zone and get me out of that space to be able to be open and accepting to those changes and being able to like really grab a hold of my purpose. So
I love that. Yeah, sometimes your greatest pain is your greatest power. If you start asking that one question of, instead of why is this happening to me, and ask, why is this happening for me? What am I supposed to do with this crap, right?
And forward, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just that whole like shift in mindset, because now you've parlayed that into, I'm going to help people like enjoy their time here on planet Earth. I'm going to connect them through travel. And I know that you originally were connected by one of our videos on YouTube. I didn't even know how you found us. And I went back and I was like, what video was that again? I was like, oh man, that was the one. I had a stepsister that passed away at 19. It was like, what, I never cry on live streams. I was like, blah. Like, this is the worst coaching video ever. Who am I inspiring? But the reality was, like, for me as a child, I learned so early on that life is so precious. I almost lost my mom. We did lose my stepsister at 19, a couple months before she was supposed to get married. And that changed who I was at the core, where I don't wait to ever try stuff. I don't wait to. So I really feel like my purpose is to like connect people and remind people of just that, right? Like, life is precious, life is short. And by the way, Emily, guys, did all this during the pandemic. And I think we've all learned from the pandemic, like, don't wait to go the places you want to go. Don't wait to do the things you want to do, because everybody's had to take this gap in travel. We're all rebooking now, which is amazing. But you're like, am I going to get to Italy? Like, am I going to be able to go to Hawaii? Is it going to open back up? Like, those questions came up, and it was like having that freedom taken away of, even if I wanted to go to Hawaii tomorrow, I couldn't go. So that's what in our industry is such a powerful thing. Like, what do we do at the end of the day? Yeah, we sell trips, but what do we really do? Like, we're the gift givers of those special, precious memories that people remember when they're 80 and 90 years old and they're looking back at like the highlights of their life. We're like the givers of that stuff, right? The best stuff of people's lives. So I think that's really powerful. And I love that you've taken that angst almost, like you were having, like, what's my purpose? What do I do? Where do I go? You know, where's my value? And you're like, I'm going to be a CEO of a business. I'm going to start my own thing. And 12 weeks later, here we are. But take me back to the beginning. I always like to ask, like, was it hard for you? And I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway, because people watching probably don't. What was it? What hurdles did you have to overcome? Or was it hard for you to jump in? What was that process like for you personally?
Yeah, right. Again, that mindset. So I remember when I was learning about the program. So I never do things without like really digging in deep. Like I need to do all the research. I need to know. I need to have.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking, you guys don't need to vet the program. Just talk to Emily. she vetted us so good.
I did. I was like, I am going to know. Like if I'm going to make this investment, I want to know that I am doing right, that I'm not wasting my time or wasting somebody else's time. Yeah. And but I remember, like, you know, there was all this, mindset. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's really cute. That's nice. I'll go in and I'll be polite and I'll, you know, sit there for the mindset business and this and that and the other. And I'll just, you know, kind of go through the tools and take what I need and move on. And I remember just being like, oh my gosh, it's so much. There's just so much to it that really just came all together. And I'm just so glad that I jumped in, because again, it was just like that hurdle of, do I make this investment? And it came down to, I'm making this investment because I know that it's going to give me that platform to help so many more people than I could on my own. And COV is the foundation. You're literally building that platform, that jumping off point to be able to go and do really incredible things. So once that I had that like aha moment, it was like, oh, okay,
you're good. Yeah.
Here we go.
I love it. No, I remember because you were like sending me messages, you were asking people, which is good. You guys should vet people before you give them money. Like you should do that. We have you're like, I think our 80th case study, and we have like 10 more like on the books for me to film. Like they're trying to free up my schedule to film more of these, and we're having success in the pandemic, which is amazing. But you guys should ask, is the program having results? Do these people work in travel? So vet anyone, whether it's a marketing person or our program or whatever. That's a good thing. Or talk to Emily, because she didn't trust me, but she uncovered every rock, which I love about you.
The other thing is that there's so many options out there. There's so many things that you can do. Honestly, if you start pulling on that thread, there's so many things out there that you really can discover. So it's really about making sure that you know yourself and know what you want, and that you're asking the right questions so that you can set yourself down the right path, that you know you're headed in the right direction. So.
Yep. And I always say it's the questions you don't know to ask, which is why we do those free discovery calls. By the way, you guys can do a free discovery call. Go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. And you can do a discovery call process where we really just try to understand your goals and see if it's a match to work together. That's kind of our process. But Emily, what would you tell people who are in that spot where they're like, I would love to be a travel agent, and they're looking at all those overwhelming options? Mm-hmm. Why should they choose us? Why should they pick us?
So, yes. Okay. So when you're on the fence, here's the thing. I want to make sure that if you're on the fence, that you give yourself permission to take the time to make sure that you know which way you're going to jump. Are you jumping in, or is it not the right thing? Make sure that you are really looking inward and really asking yourself those hard questions, so that when you make the jump, whether it's COV, whatever it is that you know is right, that you know that it is right, so that when you jump in, you can be like, yes, I'm ready, I can do this. And that you are willing to give, and that you're willing to be pushed and to push yourself and to invest in yourself. Honestly, COV is the most efficient way to go. You can go a really long ways in the most efficiently, gain the most ground and the most traction. And so honestly, if you feel like you're ready to invest in yourself and to be an entrepreneur, and to do that, this is where you go. Just make sure that you're committed to yourself first, and that you're ready to do it. And to honestly, there's a lot of things that you're going to be challenged with that you're not going to realize it until you're in it, and then it's life changing. It really is.
Yeah, that's the thing about this business. People think, oh, I'll just turn on some passwords and I'll be a travel agent. It's not that easy. Like, how are you going to get leads? How are you going to set up your marketing? What do you do when you get that person on the phone? How do you qualify them? How do you close them? Then what's my service wheel, right? So I love it. And it's one of those things where you never are, like, when you're on that fence, there's no, in life or in business, there's no standing still. A personal trainer told me this a million years ago. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. There's no standing still. So whatever that, if the travel keeps like tapping on your shoulder, that passion to do it is never going to go away. You're either going to cave now or you're going to cave at some point in the future.
Right.
And that's what happens. A lot of experienced people that will try, or they'll let the dream sit on the shelf. We did a case study a couple weeks ago where they're like, I waited 3 years. Why did I wait 3 years? Because now I feel so empowered. I feel so ready. So at any rate, it's one of those things where Emily's right. You have to ask yourself, like, there's never, and here's the thing, ready is a lie. Ready is a lie. You're never going to be ready. If you're waiting to be ready, it's never going to happen. But if you ask yourself, like, am I willing to do the work? If I could snap my fingers tomorrow and know that it would be successful, right? Take that fear away. What would the thing you would do? What would you do with your life? And if the answer is work and travel, then you got to take that step forward at some point. But last question, Emily, would you recommend Careers on Vacation to others?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. If you know that this is what I want to do, I know that I want to own my own travel business. It's just that simple. It's the easiest way to move forward, because again, one of the other things that I was wrestling with was, well, I mean, I could not do Careers on Vacation. I could just kind of feel it out on my own and kind of, just see what happens. Yep. But then first of all, I realized that's not my personality. I don't do that. Like, I want to know, and I want
Emily likes a list, y'all. She wants the checklist. She wants 1, 2, 3, ABC, right. Which when you're starting a business is super valuable.
Right. But once I realized I'm going to do this, and I want to be successful, and I want to get there the most efficient way, in the most successful, productive way possible, COV is the way to do it.
Yeah, it becomes a no-brainer for sure. Yeah. So guys, if you're out there and you're like Emily was just 12 weeks ago, like, that blows my mind, just 12 weeks ago, thinking about, it's always been a dream. And I know so many of you are like at home right now. We're filming this amidst the pandemic. And I know you're looking for at-home opportunities. You have maybe a little more time because you're not commuting. Some of you experienced agents may be displaced from brick and mortar agencies, and you're like, now's the time to do it on my own. Whether you're brand new or experienced, we have 2 tracks. Emily was on the new agent track. If you're experienced, the other big thing that's happening is if you had a clientele built up for years and years, but that clientele is in that group that's not traveling as much right now, you need to become an online marketer. That's what Careers on Vacation teaches you to do. Not just how to be a travel agent, but how to operate in this online space and reach new clients. So you don't have to depend on old databases or friends and family. It's really running a real travel business online. So if you're thinking about that and this is resonating with you, reach out to us at careersonvacation.com/ready now and do the discovery call. Emily, how was the discovery call process? Was it salesy or pushy in any way?
Oh no. In fact, the coach that I spoke with was so wonderful. I probably bugged her more than I care to admit, but she was so amazing and encouraging me, and just starting to push that. Like, she knew the right buttons to push to really encourage me and to help me make that decision, to help me get there. So.
Yeah. And if we can help you guys, we'll invite you to apply for the program. If not, we'll give you some great tips. And we always wish everyone love and abundance as they move forward, whatever path they're taking in the industry, because that's who we are. We are the bright light. We try to be the bright light with whatever's going on. But Emily, thank you for sharing your story today. I think it's so amazing. I'm so thrilled for you. Your branding turned out super cute. You're already making videos. Go check out Emily on YouTube. We don't even talk about it very much, but we have a whole video strategy we teach you as part of the course. Emily, like, did everything in the program, and I love that. Like, she got so much done in 12 weeks. So definitely follow her and check her out, guys, and reach out to us if you're ready. Let's talk and make you our next success story. So Emily, I'll talk to you soon. We'll see you over in the grad group.
Right, thank you so much.
All right. See you later, lady. Bye. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.